Dun, dun. Yes,
Are we on?
we's on.
Welcome to Denim and Pearls. My name is Michelle Moras.
And I'm Brian Swanson.
We are Denim and Pearls. We are business casual with
Pearls of wisdom.
From the Porch.
Yes.
What's today's topic?
I'm a traveling man, made a lot of stops all over the world.
Ooh, you sang today.
Oh, I actually sounded good too.
Yeah. My goodness.
I might have to sing that one on karaoke. That's an old one.
We're moving up in the world.
Yes.
So traveling. Well,
Travel.
one thing, we are in Dubai.
Yeah, we are. Actually, now that you mention it.
Well, and
halfway around, almost, not quite halfway around the world.
we are 16 hours away from Colorado.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed though.
Why?
Because when I got my plane ticket, it said I was going to FRA.
Frank.
I thought it was France. And I'm like, of all the places I've been in the world, because I've been to a lot of them, I've never been to France, not even for a layover. And it's because I count layovers as being there. Doesn't mean I explored there.
Oh, about to say, I consider if you leave the airport and walk around being there.
Right. But I've never touched down on French soil, if you will.
Wow.
However, FRA for in flights doesn't stand for France.
Nope.
Frankfurt, Germany. I'm like, I've been there.
I like Frankfurt, Germany.
I've been to Germany. I've actually stayed in Germany, so I actually got off the plane there.
We lived in Germany.
Well, see, I'm jealous now.
Mm-hmm. We lived in Germany.
But I have never been all the way around the world.
We're almost there.
Well, not quite.
Almost.
There's that little gap between like there and Korea that I just have between, Saudi
and
and
because you've been to Korea, so
Dubai. I've been to Korea, but that everything in between, like Greece and that kind of stuff.
Oh, you haven't done that?
No, there's that section because every time that I've gone over that direction, I go opposite directions depending on which way I go.
Aww.
That little piece in the middle, like I've never been to Greece.
We should change your flight so you can go the other way around. Home.
That would, then I could say I've been around the world. Been around the world.
I've been around the world and
I.
Yeah.
So traveling. I think one of the things that we were looking at when we started this topic was it's always fun and exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah, of all the unknowns, all the things we're not prepared for. Let's say I've never been to the Amsterdam airport. I lived in Germany, so we took the train.
See, I'm jealous. You're going through Amsterdam.
Well, we asked to go through Amsterdam. Why? Because I wanted to get out and run around. We have 8 hours there, so I figured might as well stop and enjoy ourselves.
Jealous. I've never been to Amsterdam either.
Amsterdam's pretty cool.
Been to Germany, been to Austria, been to Italy, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so, I need to do a world travel.
Yeah, you do. And well, actually, what I want to talk about with this traveling thing is, travel can be scary. There's a lot of uncertainty in there, and what you have to get through is the fact that hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other people have taken this, and that you're probably not going to get lost. And if you do get lost in an airport, someone's going to speak English to help you.
It's like a roller coaster.
You just never know.
Why would you be scared of a roller coaster? Because everybody goes on a roller coaster and everybody gets off. Yes, we have accidents. I mean, there's always that. You can have an accident just going downtown.
There's accidents if you step into your pool, into your bathtub. Sometimes you may slip. So you have to remember that even though something's scary, doesn't mean it can't be done.
Well, I went through basic training twice.
Oh yeah.
But I went the first time I went through Army, and of course that's probably the most physically rigorous at the time.
Marines were probably worse.
Well, I'm talking compared to my Air Force one. But low crawling in the dirt, guns going off around you, those kind of things. It all seems scary, but on the other hand, you think about all the other people who trained before you did. They survived.
Well, and their object in camp is not to hurt you.
No,
it's to make you realize how
you could be hurt.
Yeah, how precious your life is, and that you can't be hurt. So get really good at what you're learning. But traveling is nothing like that. Traveling it's an adventure, and sometimes people are afraid of adventure, and so therefore never leave their home, never leave their hometown, or never leave their state. And so what we want to challenge you today is
Yeah, well, we blame that on opportunity, though, sometimes. I never had the opportunity to leave my town.
make the opportunity.
Never seen a need for it.
You make the opportunity.
I never could understand that either, because being from a small town in Indiana, there's plenty of people who never leave, a town that's got 1,000 people in it, or even 600 for that matter. I mean, I've even seen smaller, but there's a lot of people who they live their life in that little piece of the woods.
So go out and get out.
Get out there.
Get out there.
Go somewhere.
And if you're
Do
scared,
something.
even more exciting, because that means it's unknown. And when it's unknown, it kind of like opens this shell in you. When you go past that fear point and do, you know what, I'm going to drive, and I'm going to drive that way. And I'm just going to keep driving that way till I hit another city, state, whatever, wherever you are. If you're in another world, another part of the world, and you go to another country, go do it. And the adventure, the growth in the adventure in itself, because what happens is once you make it out of that fear bubble of leaving wherever you are, once you get out of there, you're like, oh my gosh, why haven't I done this more? I want to go travel more. So kind of like when we went on the cruise, we had never been on a cruise. And so a little bit of me was kind of afraid because I've never been on a boat for that long in the middle of nothing. And
Yeah,
so
but that's not like being on a boat unless you look out your window.
I'm saying traveling.
Right.
To be somewhere where you have no control of what's going on around you.
Oh, well, that's true too.
And that was my fear, is I'm going on a boat where someone else is deciding where we're going.
Somebody
and
else is driving.
Yeah, basically. And I don't know the region at all. And you just go to sleep and you wake up in a new place. That was kind of a little bit of a fear for me until I woke up in the morning and had an amazing breakfast and saw this beautiful scenery. I went, this person's got it. And so I got out of that fear bubble and went, I'm going on another cruise. Matter of fact, I want a yacht. I want to do this. I want to do that. And so it opened another door. And so for those of you who know me, I travel a lot already. For me to have a fear of getting on a ship, I'm imagining, wow, you're like, she's so adventurous. Yeah, she is. But she has to step through that fear bubble. And like Brian going to Dubai with me, he's like, let's do it.
I have no problems with travel. I've traveled. I mean, you travel around a lot too, but I mean, over the years, I've been to many different places. The military's taken me different places. I've seen different parts of the world, been through different cultures. Granted, I haven't been in the rainforest of Zimbabwe or whatever.
I will be soon.
That might be a little different adventure, but again, it's an adventure. In fact, I was just watching a thing the other night on TV for, what was it? Haunted hotels.
Oh, I would love to do that.
Haunted hotels. But this was like really crazy because these were like the glamour. There's one called like Jekyll Island 3 or something like that. That's in Atlanta, or somewhere outside of Atlanta, something like that.
Yeah, it's an island outside of it, south of Atlanta.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, the place is so glamorous. I mean, I wish I would have known about it earlier in my years, because I would have made a point to go, because it is so neat.
You're only 55, so go.
And it's haunted.
I'm going there for Thanksgiving.
To Jekyll Island?
Yeah.
What? Are you kidding me? Oh my Lord.
I've got family out there.
And you're not taking me.
Nope.
Put me in your luggage. I'm going to Jekyll Island with Michelle.
Get a plane ticket, come to Thanksgiving.
The place is big enough we would never see each other.
I'm just thinking, my Filipino family, we will accept you just fine. Just come on in.
Yeah, and there's always going to be food.
Always food with us. But travel is it's exciting. It's scary and exciting. And you have to remember that sometimes most of the times, the things that you're afraid of are the things you're actually going to enjoy the other end.
Right.
I mean, people are terrified of speaking on stage. Once they get the taste of it, they do, okay, I love this, or I never want to do this again, but I'm glad I got that over. But that's the whole thing about travel. And we're about to we are already in Dubai. So we've pre-recorded this for you just in case our internet isn't very strong in Dubai. But if it is strong in Dubai, you're going to have a live version of us from Dubai explaining why we are in Dubai. Do you want to even know why we're Why are we going to do
I have one mission in life, and that's to take care of you. So other than that, I have no idea why we're going to Dubai.
Dubai? The Women's Economic Development Global Summit is occurring in Dubai. And there'll be a room about 300 to 500 people in a room, a lot of royalty. And it's just people getting together and speaking about how we can improve the lives and the income of women around the world by helping them learn how to work in the economy they live in. So like buying multiplex homes or buying smaller places and renovating them, selling them. Basically, how to help women and men join forces in order to best propagate money for their futures and their children. It's a big deal.
I'm just thinking there had to be a different way to say that.
There isn't.
Okay.
And
I mean, you could narrow it down to empowering women to be successful.
It's not empowerment, because the women who are coming aren't looking for empowerment. They're looking for direction on how to do it.
Yeah. Well, I also think too that the individuals we're dealing with have already been successful in their life.
Exactly.
They're just looking for that next step or that next little
to collaborate with other people.
Right.
And so, although it's called the Women's Economic Development Global
In other words,
Summit,
we're networking.
We're heavy networking internationally at the Dubai event.
And you think networking with a mayor is cool? Wait till you do it with a king and a princess.
A couple of kings and a couple of princesses, a couple of princes too.
That's what I'm excited about.
It's an adventure. And Brian and I were just talking. It's kind of intimidating. I mean, we are going to be in a room with people who don't wear anything below Versace, and we're like,
wait till I get there.
Should we buy clothes at Target? Because it's a whole nother level.
I did get a haircut though.
Good job.
I got a haircut all nice and spiffy.
Well, and so did I. And I was packing. So.
Yeah, but your hair looks like it did last week. It's just a little shorter.
It's shorter.
Yeah. Me, it's a lot shorter and, a little nicer lines. And
so with us, our travel, it's not the actual traveling that makes us nervous. It's being in a room full of people who would never even buy the clothes that we are wearing.
As long as they don't insult me about my clothes.
They won't. They won't. But they'll also be thinking, boy, that's a really low-grade material. So we have to think about those
I'm really in trouble.
That's why we have to think about those kind of things. You dress to the occasion. Remember when you were growing up and your parents would say, people would say, dress for the job you want?
Dress for the job you want, and you always look good going to two different places, the church and the airport.
And an interview. And in this case, I see it as a gigantic interview because we're meeting people from literally every country around the world. And so you don't know who you're going to meet and what they're going to be wearing. They're not going to have a sign that says, "Hi, I'm King so-and-so from Africa." So you've got to be really on your toes the entire time because you don't know who you're meeting. And in those kind of worlds, you're going to meet, let's say, some 23-year-old man who's going to talk to you. And what you're not going to realize is that 23-year-old kid is the assistant to the royal prince of such and such.
Or is the royal prince.
Or is the royal prince of such and such. So we have to be in our best manners.
Well, I actually have a little situation. I went to the Broadmoor one time.
Yeah.
And it was early because
the Broadmoor is a hotel in Colorado, very high end.
Yeah. It's a 5-star. It's like one of 2 in the entire country or something.
It's where all the movie stars come out when they come here.
Yeah. So, I was looking for that. Anyway, there's something on my desk I was looking for. I went to the Broadmoor. We were setting up for an event that was going on, and this gentleman was there. He's an older gentleman, and he looked at me and he said something about looking for a car for his wife for the snow. Well, not even thinking about it.
The helpful person you are.
The helpful person that I am. Have you thought about the Subaru for your wife? Because that's one of the most popular cars around here. Yeah. I was talking to the wrong guy because he was thinking Mercedes, BMW, Bentley. I'm like, maybe I should have scoped this gentleman out first before I opened my mouth.
Well, and that's why
I could have talked that, but it was just one of those deals.
But you gave him an honest opinion.
I learned from I wasn't wrong about it, so it wasn't a mistake. But it depends on who you're talking to. You should always, we've talked about this before. You should always talk the language of the people that you're talking to. and I was not talking his language. I was I was way down here.
It's okay. He still gave him an honest opinion. He knew that you're an honest man.
At least I said Subaru and not Ford.
Yeah.
If I just said, yay, yeah, that 1985 Ford pickup truck is the best thing you can get.
In the Broadmoor, you're not talking to people who drive Fords. Well, and that's the same thing with what we're here in Dubai, we'll be in Dubai with, is this is a whole new level of people. These are the people who say, oh, let's go to Paris, get on my Lear. So they're not talking local cars, they're talking let's fly to it. Princess, and I won't give you her whole name, but Princess, she sent us a video saying, oh, and this is what some of what you're going to expect when you get to Dubai. And she comes out of a Lear jet, and she has Harvey, the guy who does name something that is blue. Beep. What is that game show? Steve Harvey?
Steve Harvey, Family Feud?
Yeah, Steve Harvey. She comes out of her Lear jet with Steve Harvey. And so I texted her and said, is Steve Harvey going to be there? Because that'd be really cool. But you never know, because that's the circles they run in. So Brian and I will be in our best behavior, even though we don't have to be, because we are who we are. We're always at our best behavior. We tend to be.
That's
we're
the good way of.
We're not bad people. And
I mean, who was dressed up as what this year at Halloween? As the Crow?
That's not bad.
No, but you were bad.
It was cartoon. It's a dress up. But the thing is when we're in Dubai, it's a whole new level. So I'm really hoping that we have strong enough internet that we can come on live and walk you through the hotel alone.
Ooh.
I mean, Prince has already told us we are royalty VIP when we get there, and so either we'll be coming on live giggling and showing you our rooms, or just the palace of the hotel in
it's
itself.
a Marriott.
No.
Yeah, it's a Marriott. I already looked it up. It's a Marriott.
It's a Marriott in Dubai.
With an infinity pool, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. Nothing in Dubai, even if you had for the Americans watching, if it's a Motel 6 in Dubai, it is a Marriott. So the Marriott's a whole nother level. So it's not a Marriott in America. Things in Dubai are gold plated. It's high freaking end. So although it's a Marriott chain, it's at a whole new level of everything. I'm excited.
So now the fear of traveling, we might as well mix this one in here too, because we do know as things are going today in the world, there are issues going around. There is war going on, and people have been concerned about us going.
Yes.
I actually did the math. They say it's about a 4 hours
as the crow flies.
As the crow flies, because there is no direct route between us and where the war is going on. So I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, where's a 4 hour straight drive from here? Oh, Fort Collins. So from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins is how far we're going to be.
Pretty far. It's close.
It's close. I mean, honestly, it is really close, but you're not going to feel anything or whatever. But the other thing of it is, too, is you could say that about going to Denver. I mean, we go downtown on Colfax in Denver.
There's so much crime there, it's ridiculous.
You don't know what's going on.
And I just came from Vegas, where people are being stabbed in the alleys every 5 seconds, So, yes. Or New York, the same thing happens.
So why is it? I mean, I understand, because there's concern for our welfare,
our safety.
In our safety. There's, other people have a concern about it because of what they see. However, our concern is kind of like, well, the risk factor isn't as high as what is imagined.
Well, and also Brian and I are both military.
Right.
Okay. So we've been to places where there's literally war happening within an hour from us. Mm-hmm. Or in my case, or in your case, been to war, or in my case, my husband was flying to it every night, every morning. And so there's a different perspective. It's like, it's going to stay there.
It's always a concern, and don't get me wrong. A lot of people think that we just don't care about it.
No, we care.
That it's not a big deal. Well, we do care about it, but we've assessed it and rationalized the fact that it's not that big of a deal. Now, if we were going to be going into Iraq or Iran or Israel itself, I would be a little shaky about taking that trip.
Well, if I had any Israeli blood or Palestinian blood, I would not go.
Exactly.
And so we have assessed it. We have talked about it. We have thought about it before we even went. So always assess what you want, what really matters to you, what you really need, and take in perspective your past experience. Brian and I have been part of the military family through multiple wars in the past 40 some odd years.
I've never actually been in combat, so I can't agree with, I can't relate to that.
You were in the military for it, so you could
But I
have
was
easily been
close.
sent to something.
Yes.
And with me, my husband was flying with video of bombs going off under him. So, I mean, it's a different perspective when you're a little closer to the world that does that kind of stuff.
Right.
And being part of the military world, it's like these people are trained, they know what they're doing. The things that we can't control, like terrorists and things of that nature, they're completely out of our control. I mean, think of it. It happened here in America. So it's like we were nowhere near anything and it came to us. So my thought process is, I'm going to go. We're going to go. We're going to enjoy our life. We're going to go meet some amazing people and change the world one person at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're doing.
That's simple. That's simple.
Mm-hmm. Complicated process to get to it. That's simple.
14 hours in the air. No, what is it? 16 hours in the air.
I got compression shocks and everything. So I'm hoping we can go live from Dubai so you can see where we are and we can show you a little bit around the area because we will be in groups. So we'll be in a big group of royalty, actually, and we'll be touring around Dubai and taking cruises and safaris and still doing the conferences during the daytime. So during the nighttime, actually, the conferences are really at night, and then the daytime is all the fun stuff.
Like safari?
Yeah, there's a safari.
There's a safari?
Yeah. So you apparently have not read all the documents.
I started to read it, but I was looking for specific information.
Yeah, there's a safari. We're gonna go out. It's gonna be awesome. But anyway,
is that like traveling to the zoo?
No.
Oh, just checking. Do I need my elephant gun? My gold-plated elephant gun?
No. No hunting.
No hunting.
Yes.
Well, but shoot, you just took the case out of a safari.
It's not that kind of safari. But it is an adventure. And so for those of you who are worried about us going to Dubai or being in Dubai, understand that we've assessed the risk and decided to come anyways, and that it'll be a good thing for us. And
we could take, now that I think about it, and kind of the way that we're talking about this, we could actually run this tonight and then see what happens because we won't be around tomorrow.
We can run it.
Yeah, we could run this today, and everybody can hear our pre-trip.
Or they can let them know that we're actually, when this airs, we are flying.
Yeah, because we'll be in the air at noon.
Yeah.
No, you will be.
Yeah, you go off later. But
I'll be hanging in Denver.
At noon, Mountain Standard Time, I will be on my plane, and it has taken off already. So when you watch this, I'll leave it on Friday. When you watch this, we are in the air. We are traveling.
Or waiting to.
Yeah. Yeah, technically you're traveling. You're up there already. So that's the whole thing is we will try to go live from Dubai.
She didn't want to travel with me. She stuck me on another plane.
No, he bought his ticket later than me. Things change.
You just didn't want me near you.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it now. But I get there before you do, so that's the cool part.
That's the bonus because you can figure out where we are and where to go through get the visa and all that just before we even get there. Or they'll shuttle you through, and then you'll have to wait for us on the other side.
Hoping for Pokestops in Dubai.
I'm sure there is. There's probably Pokestops all through the airport too.
Yeah, and there's probably some unique ones.
Yeah. So travel, do it. Even if it's just to the next town, do it. Get the bug, because the important thing about traveling and why I love to travel so much is a lot of my knowledge is not from books. Granted, I read a lot, but my knowledge is not from books. My confidence is not from books. My confidence and my knowledge come from the people and the places I've been, the adventures I've had, the experiences from other cultures that I've experienced, and the food I've had in other countries, and ask the people, why do you make it this way? And what's the background on this? And what's the tradition behind the food? It's learning from other people, other nations, other countries that have made me the calm, cool, and collected person that a lot of you like. Same with Brian. We're pretty laid back. Why? Because we've met people from around the world.
Well, you got me thinking about shawarma now. Because they tell you when you're in the military, when you get to a foreign country, they tell you don't drink the water. Make sure that the water is actually bottled water and that the cap is on.
In Dubai,
and that you shouldn't eat.
Dubai, we won't have that issue.
I don't think but I'm just sitting here thinking, all those places that we've been in the world that they say don't eat off the streets. Well, shawarma, if you don't buy shawarma on the streets, you don't know what you're missing in life.
Well, actually, they say don't buy anything off the streets unless it's heavily cooked.
Well, yeah, that's just common sense, no matter where you're at.
Yeah, but you have to tell. I mean,
something downtown Colorado Springs raw hot dog is probably not the best either.
Because I'm telling you, the best food I've ever had, and it sounds really bad, is on the streets of Seoul, Korea. The vendor food.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, vendor food is amazing. So we're on an adventure right now. We're on an airplane. So think of us. If you want to send some prayers for us, great.
We'll always take those.
We'll always take those and positive thoughts. And we land. Well, I land. He lands at 11 o'clock at night into Dubai on Friday night. No, Saturday night.
Saturday night.
And then I land 2:05 a.m. on Sunday morning. So he'll wait for us at the airport so we can go to the hotel at the same time.
I might get so excited and just go running off, leaving.
You can.
It's only 9 miles to the hotel.
You can go. You can't check in, so you're just going to go there and leave your bags and just sit there.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do.
And Princess has a car coming to get us, so you can go.
I don't know what time the bar is going to be open.
It's Dubai. Pretty sure it's controlled. So the other thing about Dubai that we were told that you dress very conservatively because it is. It's Muslim, right?
Well, yeah, kind of, sort of.
Because you don't have to cover. Women don't have to cover our heads, but we have to cover our shoulders. So no spaghetti straps, no ripped jeans, no being disrespectful.
Yeah, it's a conservative dress. I mean, the way that it used to be here.
Yeah, the way it used to
be. You didn't go out in public in sweatpants.
Mm-hmm.
That would not be appropriate over there.
You don't drink, don't smoke in public.
Don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do?
That's what I had in my head. So we are traveling, and think of us, and we will hopefully get live so that we can show you where we are. Because when we get there, we have many, many hours to wander around and stay awake until we're allowed to get into our hotel. So,
well, we should have self-service. We should be able to do like Facebook Lives.
Yeah, so we might just do it off a phone. I'm not sure. We'll see what we do.
Because we are going to the world's largest mall.
Yeah.
The world's largest. It's bigger than Mall of America.
And then my music launch, my album launch that you all have been watching on our Facebook pages and Instagram and all that, is being launched at a gala at the top of the tallest building in the world in Dubai.
I guess if you're going to do it right.
You know me, big and loud.
Big and loud.
I don't do anything small, so.
All right. Are we done? I think it was a good one.
Peace. I'm pretty calm right now. I've been packing. So my brain is kind of off in the world of my luggage. So
what else do I need to pack?
Yeah, what else do I need to pack?
Everything I need to pack is sitting right there on the desk.
And the thing
everything else is done.
And it's not like we can't buy anything in Dubai. Everything, if we forget anything, it's going to be there anyways. But I'd rather be prepared than not. Mm-hmm. So we will see you hopefully live from Dubai. And if not, we'll see you when we get back. But I'm pretty sure we're going to go live from Dubai. Have a great week, everybody. Be the best version of you. Brian's got new jeans, so I'm happy. And new shoes. And we'll let you know how it's all going out in Dubai. And I found out I'm the MC for the whole event, so this should be really interesting. And
nothing like being thrown into a spot.
It's an awesome spot. I get to meet everybody.
Oh.
My thing is, can I pronounce everyone's names? Is what my worry is. So go be the best you. Think of us while we're running around Dubai, and we will catch you live in the next couple of days and let you know how we're doing. So until then,
we're Denim and Pearls.
My name is Michelle Moraz.
I'm Brian Swanson.
We are Denim Pearls. We are business casual
with pearls of wisdom
from the porch. Peace.
Peace.